Well, hello there. I am Jacob, and I'm Piggy. And today, both of us are here to tell us our life stories. I am Jacob, here's my face, and I am Piggy, here is my face. Both of these people have very different stories and very different symbols that represent them on their face. So today, I, the narrator, and I, Jacob, and I, Piggy, are going to show you a story of Piggy and Jacob's life represented through their faces. So let's get right started. Jacob, you got the floor. Thank you, narrator. All right, so here's my face. I am a very, very, very unique person. There's a ton represented on my face. As you can see, we'll go from the bottom all the way up to the top. So, as you can see, I love social media. Social media is one of my favorite things ever, due to the Snapchat and the YouTube. I actually have over 20,000 views on YouTube between all of my videos. With representing this pride flag, I am a super huge supporter of LGBTQ+. I am transgender, and I'm very proud to be a member of the LGBT community that always loves to spread love and awareness and equality for all LGBT members and people with minorities worldwide. I also have a big following on Snapchat. I typically get about 800 views a day on every post. YouTube and Snapchat are super important to me, and I love activizing on YouTube and Snapchat. They are a part of me, and I'm so blessed to have the audience I have. Moving up, these things are the center of what I love to do, and that is why I have yellow and pink sparkles on them. Yellow being for the brightness and openness of me, and pink being the just outgoingness of me. So those are the sparkles representing me. As you can see, I also have a cross right here, and religion is very important to me. I don't openly express my religion because I've always thought that should be something you should kind of keep to yourself and not push on others. But I am very religious. I don't know if you can see right now. I am very religious. I pray, I constantly pray, and I'm just a very Christian woman. But hence being Christian, I have a lot of friends that are Muslim, that are Buddhist, that are atheists, that are so many different other religions. So I do not discriminate, and I think it's great that we can have people with different religions being friends, and so that's really important to me. You can also see that there's a treble clef and a bunch of notes because I love to sing. Singing is super important to me. It's a part of my everyday life. I take voice lessons. I'm constantly in shows. I'm constantly in recitals and voice recitals and all that. And so voice is a super important part of me that will always be with me. I especially like to go into high opera notes and do opera. So that is a huge part of me. As you can see, there are two blushes right here because I feel like that so represents the outgoingness of me. I'm determined and I'm super happy all the time. And I make sure that I live my life as happy as possible and enjoy every single moment I have on this earth. So yeah. Moving up, you can see a female figure right here. And that is the fact that I am transgender, and it has nothing to do with my personality or who I am as a person. I am just like any other normal girl. I have a very, very, very normal life, just like any other girl. I have feelings just like any other girl. I have the exact same life as any other woman would, and it really breaks my heart a lot of the time that people don't see me as that and see me as some drag queen or something, which is the exact opposite of what I am. And so I feel like that represents a part of me being transgender. Obviously, it doesn't represent anything of my personality, but it does really, it's something that's always going to be with me. But I am super positive and super confident, and I do have the proper medical care I need. I'm on hormone blockers, and I take estrogen, and so I am on the proper medical care that I need. So I basically have the same life as any other girl, pretty much on point. Moving along, You can see the Canadian and the American flags right here, which kind of represents me. I live in Canada. I was born here. I've lived here my whole life. But I also have this American side to me. My grandmother owns my grandmother and lots of my dad's side of my family owns a ton of land in the state of North Dakota, which is just under Saskatchewan. And it's an amazing thing to have, because my grandma's family, she hasn't personally done it, but my dad's family, a lot of them, because of their land in North Dakota and Montana too, there's a little bit in Montana too, have gained their U.S. citizenships, which means I am eligible for U.S. citizenship as well. So after graduation, I will be moving to America. So that is a part of me. So I feel like these two countries are really a part of me that I'll always have. So that's why I include these flags here. I kind of did a cute pink and mascara and eyeliner to kind of represent how much I love doing makeup. I do tutorials on YouTube, I do Instagram live streams where I do makeup, and I love makeup. I own a whole bunch of makeup. I own over 50 lipsticks, over 15 eyeshadow palettes. I own a ton of makeup and skincare. So makeup will always be a part of my life as well. Moving up, you can see the pink and yellow sparkles again. That is just who I am as a person, really bubbly and really always positive. I'll give you a close-up right here. So here's the pink and yellow sparkles up here, and you can see there's a big sun with a happy face on it, and that is me. I just always like to stay positive and just have a good outlook on life. And so that is me. Thank you for listening to my monologue, and yours truly, Jaika Funk. So that was Jaika. She is amazing as always. I'm super sorry, me as the narrator. I'm still recovering from strep throat, so my voice is kind of a little bit off. But now let's get to Piggy. So Piggy, you have the stage. Hello, I'm Piggy. And well, I've had a journey. I'm a character from The Lord of the Flies, and I'm here today to tell you about my story from day one birth to death. So, starting as Jaika did from the bottom all the way to the top. So, on the bottom, you can see this kind of green layer around my face. This green layer with a lock right at the very edge of it. And that represents the shame I've always had as a person. I've always had shame. I've always been overweight and not the best looking. And I know that doesn't affect anything about my personality, but it has always carried a shame with me and always made me very depressed. And so that will always be something that was locked in there till death. Moving up, I also have these bruises, purple and black bruises right there to show how much people have hurt me throughout my whole life. Throughout my time on the island, I was brutally harassed and emotionally hurt by my fellow boys on the island, and it was horrible because they looked at me as some fat pig, basically, hence my name, and that definitely left emotional bruises on me. I'm going to skip the rest in peace and the angel wings and save that for the very last, but I'm going to move up to this orange thing right here. The conch shell, it's not the best drawn, but this is the conch shell. The conch shell was very important to me in Lord of the Flies. I was always one to blow it, and it really helped me, I feel, throughout my time on the island, because it was like a personal item, and it helped me get through all of my struggles. So the conch shell was very important to me. Moving up, I'm going to skip the heart as well for the very last. These are going to be the very last. But moving up, here is my glasses and some of my darkness to my soul. As you can see, my glasses are broken because they were stolen by my fellow boys multiple times. I cried emotionally inside due to all of the rudeness and being not treated equally by my fellow islanders, and it really broke my emotions, but it never broke my heart. My heart always stayed pure and beating and there. Moving up, as you can see, up to my brain portion, you can see all of these mathematical equations and all of these yellow sparkles and this big heart over there. And that just represents how smart I am as a person. I'm a natural leader, at least I tend to think. I always think of others first, hence the heart, the big heart. And I'm very smart. While I may not look the most attractive, I am very smart, and that is a quality of me that will always be there, and it was there till death. I was the smartest one on the island, I think, and it's just so important to me that I had that gift, and that gift will always be there. As you can see, the yellow sparkles represent how happy I am to have that gift, and this big heart shows how much of a leader I am. Because of my intelligence, I think of others first, and I have the mental capacity to be a good leader, and I would have been a good leader on the island. Unfortunately, I was never elected to that position, but I really I have good leadership qualities, and I know they're there. Obviously, the black tears represent how emotionally distraught I was on the island, but my heart always prevailed. My heart always was there for the other boys, and my heart was always pure and there, and from till death, my heart always was there. And now we come to the more harder part of the story, death. As you can see, there is 2 rocks and a grave and angel wings, because rocks killed me. The rocks just smashed me coming off of a cliff, and I died. But the island will always be a part of my life, and it taught me how much of how good of a person I am truly, and how to love myself and appreciate myself, and to worship myself until death. And you can see the angel wings and how I'm an angel, and how I went up to heaven, and I'm still always a guardian angel for people just like me, people who have that leadership and heart and intelligence and just need to love themselves to show it. And so there are the rocks that killed me, but the angel wings ascended, and there is my grave into the heavens, which are the blue clouds right there. So that is my story. I died on the island, but I found myself, and I think that's the thing that's most important. I could have lived an entire life, but I wouldn't have found myself, and I found while I did die, I found myself, and that is the most important thing I could ever have, to be an angel now and to truly be myself. So thank you for listening to my story, and yours truly, I am Piggy. So there are the 2 monologues. Thank you very much, Jayka and Piggy, for reading these monologues today, and thank you for watching these lovely monologues. And yeah, as your narrator, thank you very much. Please excuse the strep throat that's still recovering, but yeah, thank you for listening, and see you later.